Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I want to present about DPL40144, Export and Import Procedure. Preparation by Muhammad Firdaus bin Muhammad Isham. My metric number is 30DLS21F2058. Prepare for Sir Muhammad Khairil Nazmi bin Muhammad Nayan. Introduction. DHL Global Forwarding is helping customers connect their goods to every corner of the global since 1815. As an express forwarder, the main business of DHL Global Forwarding Company is specializing in a global rail, road, air, and ocean service and solution. The company helps customers simplify global trade by getting their goods to where they need to go. Besides that, DHL Global Forwarding collaborate with customer, listen to customer needs, and are connecting and collaborating with their network and partner throughout the journey so the customer can focus on running the business. Ministry of International Trade and Industry, MITI, the Ministry of Investment, Trade and Industry through SMITI in Ministry of the Government of Malaysia and responsible for trade facilitation in Malaysia and responsible for formulates also recommend re-engineering of import and export processor. This route is to promote and increase Malaysia export of a higher value added goods and service by strengthening bilateral, regional and multilateral trade relation and cooperation to facilitate the development of small and medium enterprise, including house grow industry and the Bumiputra community to become globally competitive and interact into a global value chain. Ministry of International Trade and Industry MITI. The rules and regulation related to procedures for export and import activity. Number one is import and export license. The import and export license to certain goods require a license for MITI. Number two is custom declaration. All goods importer and exporter must be undergo custom declaration. Number three is tariff and duty. Tariff and duty are applicable on export and import, which are based on the types of goods importer and exporter and their value. Number four is prohibited item. Certain goods are prohibited for being exporter or importer, such as weapon, drug, and hazardous material. Number five is quarantine and inspection. Imported goods must be undergo quarantine and inspection before they can be cleared for entry into Malaysia. Number six, Incoterm. And number seven is certificate of origin. Certificate of origin must be required for export, which provides of origin of goods and maybe provide tariff benefit. Malaysia Investment Develop Authority (MIDA). The Malaysia Investment Develop Authority (MIDA) is the government's principal agency for the promotion of the manufacturing and service sector in Malaysia. MIDA assists companies which intend to invest in the manufacturing and service sector, as well as facilitates the implementation of this project. Rules of MIDA have two. First is providing information on opportunity for investment. Number two is facilitating companies looking for joint venture partner. Malaysia Investment Develop Authority. The rules and regulation related to procedure for import and export activity, registration and licensing. Companies engaged in import and export activity in Malaysia are required to register with the Customer Department and option and export-import license. Number two is complies with custom regulation. Number 3 is complying with trade agreement. Number 4 is product safety and standard. Product safety and standard imported goods must be meet relevant safety and quality standard established by the Malaysian government, including complying with labeling and packaging requirement. Malaysia Quarantine and Inspection Service (MAQIS). The rules of the MAQIS agency are: the MAQIS agency will improve the quarantine and inspection service delivery system for agriculture products and agro-food. MAQIS also play a role in increasing customer awareness of relevant written law. The MAQIS agency will quarantine and inspect plant, animal, agriculture, produce, soil, microorganisms, premise, and transport that enter to entrance quarantine station and quarantine premise in Malaysia. Malaysia Quarantine and Inspection Service (MAQIS). The rules and regulations related to procedures for export and import activity. Pre-shipment inspection. Number 2 is direct consignment requirement. Number 3 is requirement to pass through Pacific Port and Custom. Number 4 is import manufacturing and surveillance requirement and another automatic licensing. Number 5 is other formalities not specific as well. Royal Malaysia Custom Department, federal government agency under the Ministry of Finance responsible for administering the implementation of the country's indirect tax system through revenue collection, providing trade and industrial facilities to the business community as well as enforcing law in combating smoothly, of course, to ensure national security and property. Rules of Royal Malaysia Custom Department have to collect national revenue in the form of tax and custom duty. Number 2 is enforce law and regulation administered. Royal Malaysia Custom Department. The rules and regulation related to procedure for import and export activity have 5. Number 1 is all exportation, importation of goods must be flagged by an appointed custom agent. Number 2 is exporter, importer need to obtain confirmation on the goods to be exporter, importer, whether they are subject to any duty. Number 3 is ensure that the goods are be exporter, importer are controlled goods or subject to export, import bans of restriction by the authority. Number 4 is check whether the goods in question require an exporter-importer permit. Number 4 is check whether the good in question require an export-import. Number 5 is duty. Charge payable on exporter-importer goods must be paid by the exporter-importer. In conclusion, this organization expedites procedure, maintain regulation compliance, protect public health and the environment, and encourage economic growth through foreign investment. Their coordinated effort benefit not only business, but also the nation economy development and global trade link. Recommendation. This organization serves critical roles in regulating and facilitating international trade, as well as guaranteeing the compliance and safety of goods where in transit. The HR Global Forwarding collaborates closely with MITI and MAQIS to ensure flawless logistic operation and compliance with regulatory standards. Thank you. Bye bye.